everyone, it has been a while since we have done a video together, but we have been home with a sick little one. And so I have a video that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, and it's about feed forward and feedback control. And that sounds pretty fancy, but what it is it's predictive and reactive. So, and I'm going to talk about this in terms of balance. So I often tell families that like your little one needs to be unstable. They need to get off balance. They need to fall. Like we don't want them to injure themselves, but their body and brain takes that information when they lose their balance and they record it. And so they can make different choices the next time. So for instance, when babies are first growing, everything is reactive because they have no library of information stored in their head and bodies. And then as they move more and get more experiences, they start to get some predictive. So a great example of that is we recently were at the airport and he got to go on the moving staircase, the escalator, and the moving walkway. And the very first time, I had to like hold his hand, especially for the staircase. For the walkway, he tried to get on it, but there was a lot of like, whoa. So that was his body reacting to a moving surface. Now, we're back there again recently. Sorry, being asked to move. We were just back at the airport again recently, and maybe the first time he got on it, like there was a little bit of a jolt, but he was much more prepared. And then the second time he got on it, like you wouldn't have noticed. You would think he did this all the time. It's because he had the experiences of being off balance. So prior to stepping on that, like he was able to put together the information from his environment and know, I'm going to get off balance when I step on that because that floor is moving. So he could prep his body before stepping onto it. So he did predictive control. Now, we still are going to have to be able to do reactive. So that's like you and I were running, or we're going to the bathroom in the middle of the night, we trip on something in our body, like we try to get our balance back. And sometimes our balance systems fail, and that's why we have protective extension where we put our hands down to stop our fall. But we go through life using predictive primarily. Could you imagine how exhausting it was if every situation, hey, I'm talking, buddy, if every situation was a new one for our body, and so like just going down to get the mail, like we had to react to every piece of information we were getting from the environment.
Stop interrupting my exercise.
Sorry, apparently I'm interrupting his exercise. So, this starts. I'm talking to friends. So this starts as. Jace, remember Mama said we're doing a video and you said you wanted to help. This starts as early as when they go to roll, like the first roll sometimes when they're up on their arms is like a topple over. And then as that happens, they get more and more control. Or they learn how to stop it. I see it a lot in crawling. So like they lift up that hand for the first time to go forward and they go splat. And then as they practice, all of a sudden like they're able to go. So I was trying to create a scenario here, and we may or may not be able to see it well, but I have a stool and a foam roller. Okay, bud, this is where you get to help me. So I tried to come up with something that was, don't mind the big mess here, going to be challenging. So I want you to step on here and try to stand. Whoa. So he knew that it was going to roll. So it's not his first time trying to get on this foam roller. Okay, try again. So he was automatically reaching for me. Little tip, if your kids are reaching for somebody for support, they're not using their balance responses. Okay, don't grab mom. Whoa. So see how he was a little bit more controlled there? That was him learning and figuring out new ways to prepare his body. I'm going to move even more out of the way. Take your time. Oh, try again. Oh, kerplunk. So this is just an example of him making minor adjustments so he can find his balance. Get it? 1, 2, 3. Good job. So let me know if you have questions for that. And thanks for listening.